It's 50-seat restaurant, small neighborhood restaurant. We call the food sophisticated comfort food. I thought, just a simple approach to food was what people really enjoyed. Quality of ingredients, good execution, good seasoning. Our menu's pretty small, 7 appetizers, 7 entrees. When I first got here in 2002 to Denver, I couldn't serve the same type of food that we're serving today. But the farm was just another opportunity to keep on learning. Not only for me, but for my staff. My cooks go down there on a daily basis. They bring scraps from the kitchen down to the pigs, and they bring whey back from the cheese making to braise our pork belly, cook our vegetables and whey. People are interested, so it gives us a platform to teach about food and whether you should try raw sheep's milk or not. It's feeding time. Everybody wants to get fed right now. We started with 40 sheep. We're at about 100 or so right now. Our sheep milk about 800 pounds per lactation period, 800 pounds a season. The mothers of these black ones were milking somewhere around 1,200 pounds. So we bring those genetics in. That's Rambo over there. That's our original ram. The reason why he's in that pen right now is because he smells what's going on in the air, and he's tried to get in here. We've caught him over here several times. So you can see these girls' bags are still pretty big. We're about ready to milk them in the next 15, 20 minutes. Come on, girls. The idea is once these are milking, you're bringing in 6 more sheep this side, washing their udders, getting them prepped for milking, and then when these girls are done, it goes right over to these girls. To be pasteurized, has to be 150 degrees for 30 minutes. This monitors airspace temp and product temp. This is our Pecora mold for our raw milk cheese, which gets made in this tank right here. But once the curd is made, it rests down to the bottom of the vat. We drain the whey off, which is the liquid. We separated the fats and solids, and that's what we made our cheese out of. When you make a batch of cheese, it takes 6-9 months just to figure out where it's going. Like, did I make a mistake? So all these cheeses are cataloged on our makes, what temperatures we were at, what pHs we hit, so we can go back and say, okay, that really worked. This is our Ketchup Pecora. These are some of the newer wheels. Some of this gray mold we want. These have to get flipped every other day. And when they're young like this, every single day. We typically sell these at about a year old. Wow. 9 months to a year. What I really wanted to do at the beginning was develop a cheese that we could sell at a young age and an old age. So the same cheese at 3 months, nice soft table cheese, to a grading cheese. These are like the brand new Pecoras that just came out of brine. When you get really old, stinky Taleggio cheeses, those are just aged longer and the bacteria are working that much longer. So you can have a young, soft ripened cheese or an aged soft ripened cheese. We sell this at about 30 days. As chefs, we like different textures in our food, right? So we want the outer layer, the skin, that nice ooze, that creaminess, and then the nice soft pate in the middle. We're just coring the cheese for a little taster. We were running a microgreen system in here where we were feeding about 35 restaurants with microgreens. There are about 35 different varieties of microgreens. I kind of think the trend is that they're phasing out. I still like to use them. I've never been a fan of just putting microgreens on a dish just to put them on, but to accent flavors and whatnot. These are large blacks, very close to the Spanish Iberico. We're at 7,200 feet here. It's about 1 month less growing than Denver. The reason I have these over here right now is so they can rummage through and root around and kind of work this soil and dirt so we can get it ready for next spring. This is wild arugula that grows out here. We found that the genetical variety, this is a Silvetta, which is native to Italy. Squash blossoms we've been able to supply, we probably pick 100 every 2 days. We have probably 93 heirloom tomato plants in here. The idea is to grow this vine all the way up to the top, turn it down, and you harvest going up and then you harvest coming down. Had I gotten these in May, that wouldn't have been a problem, but I didn't get them in until the end of July. So a month and a half and this is what we've grown. The fruit, the size, the quality of it, it's all good. You guys had the tomatoes today. I understand what the chef wants as a product, But then I also understand how to interact with chefs. A lot of great restaurants have used our cheeses, and they're not afraid to put Fruition farms on their menus.